unfortunately, I couldn't seem to get my opening to come up, but that is all okay. So you just have me tonight. Technology is doing its thing tonight, which isn't necessarily working in my favor, but that's all good. So, hello, welcome. I can see that Facebook has connected in as well. So, just a quick reminder, I'm Leanne Winston. I am doing lives or readings tonight, as well as answering questions and different stuff. Spirit will lead me to where I need to go. I can see your hair sticking up. I love it. And we do have a few people coming in. So I'm just going to put these comments up and say hello. Hey, Mum. How you going? Sarah, hey. How you going, hun? Joanna's here. Hey, gorgeous. And Kamira, sorry, honey, I know I've said that totally wrong, is here as well. Jacinta, hey, honey, and Amanda, and so on. So I will just keep putting your comments up as I speak because I can say hello to everybody all night. So I do ask people to help me spread the love. Invite your friends and family to join in. You never know who is going to get some information out of tonight's session and may help make them. Oh, English would help. I'm struggling with my English today. May help them along their healing program or their healing journey is what I am trying to say. Roz is saying she's just finished washing NCIS. Hey, Roz, good to see you here. Leanne's here. Deidre's here. Hey, gorgeous ladies. And Tamara as well. As I said, I will keep going and just keep putting your comments up so you know that I am seeing them as well. Say hi to those ladies that are coming in. All right, so I will get around to doing some readings very shortly, but I also ask people to leave a direct question. So whether they want something that is like a direct question answered that way, or if they would like a card pull, please hashtag card. So we've got mine and Deb's Inner Soul Guidance Oracle cards. And if anybody wants to purchase a deck of these, you can go to innersoulguidance.com.au and order them there and we can post them out, or you can do it through leannewinston.com as well. And Deb is out at different markets and stuff. And I think by memory this weekend she is out at Gawler Barossa Valley. Thanks, Roz. Psychic fair this weekend. I don't know if it's Saturday, Sunday, or just Saturday, but maybe you need to, if you're interested, please do look that up as well. Deidre's giving us the hearts. Carrie is here. Carrie Ann. I am brain fried today. It has been a full-on week, I tell you, but at the same time, I am so honoured to have so many beautiful souls completing my beginners level online classes at the moment, the development classes. So many gorgeous people are opening up into their intuition at the moment and really starting to follow that side of it. So if you're interested in developing your own intuition, please certainly do let me know. I have the online side of it happening. And then in the first weekend of June, I am running a level 2 in class in North Adelaide as well. So excited to be getting back into class as well with that. Okay, so we've got that coming up. What else have we got coming up? There's all sorts. So unfortunately this weekend I was supposed to be heading off to Renmark, but due to COVID showing its face, we have had to postpone that for 2 or 3 weeks. So as soon as I get around to probably Monday or Tuesday next week and having a clearer picture of what's going on, I will be Roz and I will be rescheduling that as well. So if you're in that area, please do let your friends and family know that we are still coming. So I was a little bit disappointed in not being able to do that this weekend, but it really is what it is. All right, so let me know if you got any questions in the comments that you would like to know about intuition, because so many people are experiencing intuition, and it can be diagnosed as anxiety or thought experienced as anxiety and depression. Now, I do want to make it clear that I am not trained in medical in any way, shape, or form. The information I do give when I touch on medical is very much guided by spirit, but there is, I believe, and this is only my beliefs and what I've experienced through my clients and what spirit tells me, there is a fine line between what is mental health and what is intuition. So if you're somebody that is suffering at the moment or experiencing a lot of anxiety, please do take notice of what's going on in your life at that time. And I always say spirit connects with us by, so I always say trust what you feel, you think, you see, you hear, you know. Okay. If it does persist, please do get it checked out as well, because, like I said, I am not a doctor in any shape or form, but I do see a lot of highly intuitive people at the moment finding or aligning more in their intuition is probably the better word to put it. And it is happening at such an heightened rate at the moment. So a lot of people have gone from not sort of being aware of their intuition and what they are feeling. Sorry, guys, just got to tickle my throat. The more I'm talking today, the worse that's getting, but I've got my glass of water ready. So if you, like I said, a lot of people are experiencing this opening up to their intuition. It's always been there. We were born into this lifetime with a clear slate of intuition. It's through time that we have been conditioned and taken on other belief systems or whatever it is that we've needed that has blocked that. And so many people at the moment are being pushed to step back into their intuition and align with it. And a lot of you, and let me know if this resonates with you in the comments, because I'm sure it will resonate with a lot of you. A lot of you will find that things are just so out of balance, so out of whack, that you are constantly being tested. Everything's such hard work that you're always trying to keep your head above water, sort of thing. You're very much sitting in that hustle sort of energy. Now, I do notice that we do have a scammer there. Please do not inbox them or send them a friend's request, because they will hack your pages. And I'm sure Roz is probably taking care of that in the background as well as we go. So thank you, Roz, if you're able to do that on your system at the moment. And so it is really about acknowledging your intuition, and it really is about understanding it and learning how to control it rather than switching off to it and finding that the anxiety and the depression goes through the roof. All right. So if you're finding things are a bit out of whack, Leanne saying housekeeping needed. Yeah, she's busy in the background, I'm sure. So if you're, like I said, if you're finding that things are just so out of balance, out of whack, you're constantly trying to get on top of things, that nothing flows very easily, you're always working hard to make things happen. Go back into your spiritual alignment, go back into grounding yourself, doing the breath work. And when we do this stuff and we clear out the past stuff, the stuff that creates fear, blockages, trauma, and that, we can actually allow room for the magic to happen. And that's what this year is very much about, and this decade even is about allowing the flow to go through as it's needed. So many of us are stuck in old habits, thanks, Deb, appreciate that. And guys, you can do the same thing. You can hit the three little dots at the end of that comment, report it to Facebook as a scammer or as a fake page. They will block and then block it so they can't actually message you directly. All right. Like I said, they are scammers. And if they're not, they certainly do not hold very high morals when they're approaching other people's audiences as well. So Roz is letting me know she is doing the moderating, in moderation, Roz. I just seen a glass in your hand, honey. Thinking of Friday night. Moderation in the back, moderating. There we go again. Oh my God. Thank you, Roz. I really do appreciate that. So, and once again, they do change names. So if you're seeing that, keep blocking them. Yeah. So, like I said, go back into the grounding, taking doing the breath work, um, just realigning yourself in that energy, and we will find when that happens that the magic will flow. You've done all the hard work in the past, right? So this energy now needs to bring itself back in and start putting that hard work that you've done in the past into play. We need to take action. We need to be motivated. We need to have that clarity in our lives, what we're working towards. And honestly, I think the more that we can do that, the more things really get exciting. Things happen. And I've witnessed it in myself in the last 2 or 3 weeks with just changing my mindset, doing the practices that I teach and making that time for myself and not sitting in that hustle so much. And when you're doing that, watching how things do flow. So you don't need to sit on burnout, which I guess now looking back, I feel like I've sat in burnout for quite a long time now. But by changing stuff and finding that balance again and reminding myself that it is needed, you really do see patterns change with that. Okay. Tracy, hey, honey, I'm sorry I missed you guys this weekend, but I'm sure you would have got my message earlier. She says, hi, lovely. I repeatedly dream I cannot get home for somewhere. What is this telling me? All right. So I would be interested in more so what else comes up in the dreams with that side of it. So to me, it's like you're looking for home. So it could be not necessarily, looking for where you live. It could be more so where you fit. So whether you're finding that you're going through a transformational period where you need to sit in your passions, you need something that you can thrive in that sense. So it could be career related even. So let me know how that sits with you, if that resonates with you in what you are having in your dreams as well with that side of it. Roz, I don't know if you've noticed there's another one there as well. So it's making my list really long. Wow. And the funny thing is, by those people making these comments, it pushes our stats up in the background for Facebook for those that follow that stuff. Not that I'm huge on that. So Tracy, hopefully that helps, and I will be in contact early next week with the rescheduling of that. Ashley says, if I may ask, babe, when do you see me getting pregnant? Really would love some insight. I do see that pregnancy test coming through this year, but I am very much drawn more so in the later part of this year. So I keep hearing August onwards. All right. I know you would like it sooner, but I'm hearing August onwards is very much the focus around that. All right. So sending you much love. All right. Well, let's get in. There's another one there. It's funny. We can have shows where we don't have these clowns jumping in. And then we have shows where we go nuts. So last week I had none. This week it looks like we've got at least 3 of them there as well. Hey, Kim, how you going, honey? Not bringing that one up because that was a scam. Linda, how you going, hon? She says, how are you, sweetheart? May I have a card? Also, I dream a lot, but can't remember them. Okay, so let me do a card in a moment for you. I want to touch on the dreams because this is quite often common for people not to remember their dreams. So basically what is happening is on that dream level, you're not remembering what it is when you wake up. The soul is getting the information that it needs, okay? But the head doesn't need to know that information. So it's soul deep stuff. The head, what I call the ego at times, doesn't need to focus on that side of it. So it's totally normal that you don't remember them. I do say to some people, if they really are bothered by it, keep a notepad and pen next to your bed at night, and when you wake up, try to write down what you do remember, because you might get glimpses of little things, or you're also setting your intention to to store that information as well. All right. We have Ruth here saying she is a newbie. So, hey, Ruth, I just want to go back to Lena because she did ask for a card before I get too sidetracked. Now, I am using my Inner Soul Guidance Oracle card deck tonight. And you have the fire, honey, and it's very much about taking control. Find that fire within you. Look at what drives you and really sit in that power on the soul deep level. All right. So wishing you all the very best with that and finding that focus. Okay. Tracy says, look forward to hearing from you and rescheduling. Certainly, hun. Yeah, like I said, I was a little bit disappointed when I was told I can't go anywhere until at least Monday. So, but that is all good. Georgie says, greetings, gorgeous Leanne. I feel like I'm in a transition. Is there any messages for me? Biggest hugs and blessings, sweetheart, and Georgie. Thank you, gorgeous, for the beautiful messages and all those wonderful hearts. Now, it doesn't surprise me that you feel like you're in that transitions period because the universal energy is moving really rapidly and we are going through major changes. I get allow this time to flow. All right. So rest, recuperate, and just allow it to take its course. Okay. It's going to pass very quickly, but it's like you're evolving very quickly as well. So at a much higher rate than what you are used to. All right. I do have older male figure around you, and I feel like I've got a grandfather that's watching over you and just wants to make his presence known. So all the best and much love there too. All right. Let's bring Alicia up and say hello to gorgeous Alicia. Did I get you in your mouth full?
You did.
Sorry, Anne. Let me see if I can work this out. Facebook is going to do its thing again. Oh, hang on. We've got
two of us.
It's giving me D as well as you. Sorry, D. I'll come back to you, hon. Oh, there we are. Now we have it working. So let me hit off there. Oh, seriously? All right. It's just going to be you. It seems like I can have 3 screens or I can have 1.
Okay, that's all right.
I know they have gone through transition, like a change in the things at the moment. So, Roz, if you know what I'm doing wrong, please sing out. How are you, honey? A long time no see. You've been busy, girl.
I know, it's been a while. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. Thank you. You keeping well?
Yeah, not too bad.
That's good. I'm just going down to pick cards up. I'll show you the card in a second. So, did you have a question you'd like to ask?
Probably anything for my sister.
Okay. The card is, you can't see me.
I can. It's tiny though.
You can? Oh, so you guys can see me in the corner. Okay. I'll bring it up while I do it. So the card that jumped out, and it's funny because this card really went flying before as I brought you up to say hi and was trying to sort out what was going on with the camera. So it is very much about the connections with the spiritual realm. So loved ones are very much around her, knowing that she's not alone. So I don't know if she's going through something at the moment and she's in 2 minds. I just feel like she's feeling very much up in the air in that way. Okay. It is about taking a step back, taking a deep breath and grounding herself. And I'm drawn to the bottom line of this, and it says receiving guided messages from above. So the messages are coming through. She needs to get out of her head and just listen. Okay. Everything is going to work out okay.
Okay.
All right. She worries you a little bit at times?
Oh, I just know that she could probably do with a message. And I was like, I want to know. So my shift got cancelled because they're in ISO.
So am I.
Went, hang on. Because I was going to offer to pull her cards. And I went, no, I know too much about the situation. And I was like, I'll ask a third party. And you popped up. So I was like, here we go, winner.
Perfect. You asked and they received. They delivered, I should say. So, yeah, I love the timing of things, the way things are falling into place for a lot of people at the moment. So, but I just feel she's very much in her own head, very much thinking a lot. sort of thing. So it is very much about just grounding that energy as well. So, and the family's doing well?
Yeah, pretty good. Mum, so we saw Nana. I saw Nana the other day. I dropped off for brownie and Mum's been away and back again.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. So, oh, that's good. Well, give them my love, won't you?
I will.
And we still need to plan that catch up when I can get out of here.
Yeah, we do. We keep saying that every time.
We do. We really need to just get on the phone one day and book it in our calendars. Sort of thing. So, yeah, beautiful. All right, honey. Well, it was good to see you. You take care.
You too.
And
thank you.
Hopefully I can work these screens out.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Sending lots of love. Bye for now.
Thanks.
See ya. Bye. All right. So we'll bring Dee up. Hey, Dee. How you going? Oh, hang on. I've got to unmute you.
Hello.
There we go. How are you?
I'm really excited and really good.
That's good. Oh, what are we excited for?
Bryce has got an interview tomorrow.
Yay.
And I've just got this really good, excited feeling about it.
Yeah, excellent. That's wonderful. Well, stick with that and trust your intuition is the reference I get. So to me, I get the feeling there's a lot of positive energy around it as well.
Yeah.
So exciting
Something
times.
pushing us down that path.
Yep, good. And I love the fact that you're listening. You are sort of following that side of it. So stay in that space, stay in that higher conscious energy where it feels really good. And just breathe through it. Breathe through the heart space. All right, because it's bringing that love,
I haven't had a choice.
It's good. It's amazing when we can let go of the control, what can actually happen. And control, I mean by worry, stress, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's something is pushing us. Like when we moved to here, something was pushing.
Yeah.
And that feeling's back.
Yeah. We get a lot of that sort of thing. And I think, I feel we're going to get more and more of that this year where we are being pushed, we are being guided, sort of thing, and we're having those aha moments.
Well, can it guide me to money?
You bring that in. It's all a practice, honey. So, and it really is, because we need to align ourselves in that balance of money and not the scarcity of it. Right? So when we can feel that and feel ourselves align with that energy, it's an amazing feeling. And I do it myself. You go into these times where you go, oh my God, it's all a struggle, blah, blah, blah. But I'm actually making a point to what am I doing? Meditate every day. And when I'm doing that, there's more magic happening. The flow is happening. It's more balanced sort of thing. And all of a sudden I'm getting emails going, such and such has just signed up for this course, or this person has booked this sort of thing. And it's things that I wouldn't have expected people to be doing or giving it much thought, but people are needing this stuff. So, so see it coming in. See yourself. All right, I'll set you a challenge. How is that? Okay.
I'm up for it.
And this is something anybody can do. So what I want you to do is do a little bit of a meditation and still your mind. And the cat's agreeing with me as well in the background. And see a nice big pile of money. All right. And that pile can be as big as you want it to be. And see yourself sitting across the table from it. Okay. And this is something that I heard from somebody else. So this isn't actually my thing, but I do feel that it works. Okay. So, and then imagine yourself getting up out of that chair and walking around the table and sitting in the chair that's piled up with money. So what you're doing is bringing your energy field and the field, the energy field, the vibration of money together, and you become one. So what you're doing is you're aligning yourself in that high vibration where money sits and becoming even with it. Instead of that scarcity and fighting, grabbing, panic, hassle sort of mode type of thing. So, and then I also like to see it coming into my heart. So I breathe out love. And when I'm breathing back in, I'm bringing that money in and filling my treasure chest, so to speak. So, and when I'm doing those practices, I am finding, like I said, I get those emails going, such and such has just signed up for this, such and such has, purchased that. So try it, see how it goes.
It's worth it.
Yeah, definitely. But the trick is to stay in that energy, all right? Because the first couple of times I did it, it was like, oh, yeah, money's flowing. I don't need to worry about this now.
Yeah.
And my focus, my energy shifted and dropped. So then the money flow dropped. So I wasn't sitting in that balance. And I'm a big believer of where the mind goes, and you've probably heard me say this a dozen or more times, that's where the energy flows. So if you're going into that scarcity of money, you're creating that scarcity. All right.
Yep.
So see it coming in. So hopefully that might help a few people to sort of rethink about what your practices are in your mindset around money. We can actually have blockages from our upbringing, our past lives around money, but we're carrying other people's energy, not our own. So we can choose not to keep those money blocks going.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. Did you have a question, hon, you'd like to ask?
Yeah, I did have a question. Was the interview is going to go well tomorrow?
Yes. Sorry, just grabbing a mouthful of water. I got yes. So going into tomorrow with no judgment. Okay, so the card, let me just bring my screen back up. See, we're having those issues again. Okay, so the judgment card that I have pulled is you do not know the pathway others have walked. What's your motives? No judgment required. Yep. Now, as much as you do know the pathway your husband has walked, go into it with no judgment. Go into it with an open heart and allow yourselves to receive. Okay? He needs to believe in himself. Walk in there like and feel that he believes in himself. Yeah. All right? Because that judgment can also be internal as well. So it's not always about the judgment we have for others. It can be the judgment that we put on ourselves at times.
I know he's got it in him. He is so talented. It's just,
that's it.
I know he's got it there.
Yeah, I love it.
I do have something to ask. Is a pendulum the same as a necklace with a ring?
Pretty much. It's a very similar sort of concept. So
if you use the necklace with the ring, you don't need to buy a pendulum?
Not necessarily, no. If it works for you, use it.
Cool.
So, a ring on a string sort of thing or a chain, is very much old-fashioned, old wives' tales and stuff with the pregnancy side of stuff and that. It's the same concept. You are aligning your energy with that piece of equipment, that tool, and you ask the questions. Do the same thing and put your hand under it. Ask it to show you a yes, a no.
Yes and no, and
maybe so sort of thing, and see what it comes up and then ask the questions. And you may find like a pendulum, pardon me, I scoffed tea tonight. It's going to repeat on me now. You will find with a pendulum, they will calibrate themselves to our energy at times. So they'll sit and do this little shaky sort of movement. My guess is you'll probably find a ring will do the same thing.
It does. It shakes and then it goes round, and it's like, have I got someone with Parkinson's up there or... Hello.
No, it's just calibrating to your energy. It's aligning itself with your energy.
Yeah, because I use my necklace with the cross and then I put my wedding ring on it, and that's what I've always used.
Yep, perfect. So if it works for you, keep doing it. There's nothing wrong with that. So I love the fact that your mind goes, have I got somebody with Parkinson's?
It just shakes, and I'm like, oh, okay.
That's it. That's beautiful. All right, hon. Well, all the best for this week, and I've got everything crossed, positive thoughts, and I'm sure things are going to work out well.
It will, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Excellent. Beautiful. All right, take care. Have a good week, hon.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye. All right, excellent. And, there's so many different tools that we can use to align ourselves in those energies and ask the questions. You don't just have to use cards. You use what is right for you. Georgie says that manifestation energy meditation is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you. You are very welcome, honey. I'm pleased I can help. And like I said, that is actually something that I have come across from somebody else. So, and it resonated with me to be able to feel myself connect with that energy. I actually seen the massive pile sitting on the chair and overloaded onto the table, and I just did like the big star fish or angel floating back into it and falling in it and feeling the money supporting. I think the words I got was, this money loves me, it supports me in everything I do, was what came through for me when I did that. But I love falling into it and feeling the way it supported you. So take note of how it feels. Julie says, sorry for your loss, Sarah. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading that and it didn't come back up on the screen. Let's go back up to Sarah. Hi, can I please have some guidance? My son's father passed Saturday and I don't know what to feel except confused. All right, honey, my heart goes out to you. Sorry, Spirit's playing with my nose all of a sudden. My heart goes out to you and your family, especially your son, in that way. Now, please know it is normal to feel confused because it's going to bring up a lot of mixed emotions, and you need to give yourself time to grieve as well. So everybody grieves in a different way, and it is very much about just acknowledging what comes up. For me, I get the feeling you're going to go through the emotions. So you'll go through the, the hate, the love, the miss, that type of thing with that. So, and there is nothing wrong with that. All right. I feel that you need to ground yourself and just take a deep breath and take the pressure off yourself at the moment, because I do feel that you are getting very much in your head as well with that. Okay. With his energy, I kind of feel like here one moment, gone the next. His energy is not very strong at all, but I also feel that you know exactly what the words are your son needs to hear. So I just get there's a lot of love and a lot of support around that. I also feel your frustration at the same time, honey. Okay, so sending you lots of love and healing and big hugs. All right, and same to your son. Okay, hon, I hope that helps and not overcrowds the mind even more. Okay, because I do feel like your mind is very busy at the moment. All right, let's jump in and quickly say hi to Tony, and I'll unmute her. So all these beautiful souls I'm bringing up on screen are part of my Inner Circle membership. Say, hey, honey, how you going?
Good, thank you. I love your group. It's really good. It's helping me with confirmation and clarity, as also giving me more information too.
Oh, beautiful. I'm pleased that I can help. I just love the beautiful souls that have come together inside of I've got the 2 memberships, and I'm just honored to have such gorgeous souls, like-minded people coming together and supporting each other.
Yeah, it's great. I've had an interesting experience just the last week. I've been astral traveling.
Okay, yep. Now, I did see inside sorry, what was that, honey?
First time I've ever done it. Well, the first time that I know about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So just before I forget, I did see inside of the members group that you asked that question, and I do plan on getting back to that in the next day or two.
I thought, hang on, have I already spoken to you about this or not?
No, I don't think so. And it was a really good question, so I will touch on. We'll get back on do a live in the next day or two and answer that question for you. So, and because that was asked inside of the Inner Circle group, and that is a private group, I will keep that just for there. But astro travel, so it's the first time that you've done it. Yep, go on.
Sorry, the experience I had was I didn't see my body on in bed, but I knew it was there.
Yep.
And I knew I was looking down from my body, and then I was flying over to this like government type house. Yep. It was like state housing type house.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't know whereabouts it was. It was somewhere in the world. And also I was sort of like seeing this future scene as well. So
Perfect. Do you remember what was in that scene?
No, that's the thing. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. It was really future, sort of like I don't know. It had blue and red colours in it, and it was really futuristic and
just beautiful by the
flashy.
sound of it.
It was different, really different.
Okay, and it doesn't surprise me that you don't necessarily remember what was in it, because I believe sometimes we don't need to know that stuff, all right?
Okay.
That the soul will travel and do the astro travel when we are sleeping. So it's like a healing process. I always say it's the soul returning home to do the healing, while we allow the physical body to do the healing, okay? I find myself, when I first started doing it, I would have to, because it scared the shit out of me, mind you.
It did.
Yeah, I would imagine a rope tied to like my bed frame, and then the other end of it be tied around my waist, and that helped me to find the confidence in letting go of the fear of astro traveling, because it was always that fear that I'm not going to get back, I'm not going to return home back to my body, sort of thing with that. So 2 or 3 times of doing it, I made sure I had that lifeline there, so to speak, with that. Okay, these days I do it without even realizing it, but I usually know when I do it, because I come back and I am not very good at landing gently, so I come back into my body with that major jolt, sort of thing. And sometimes that jolt is enough to actually wake my husband up and go, he goes, "Are you okay?" sort of thing, because I literally jump in bed, sort of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, and I remember one day actually being the Pope, standing in the window over this massive courtyard full of thousands of people, and my husband and my kids woke up from obviously a deep sleep in the middle of the night with me screaming out some other language. It wasn't English. He says it was like you were preaching to somebody, and I remember seeing myself standing in this window and looking over a massive group of people and just seeing their heads, sort of thing, like I was the Pope, sort of thing. So we will experience different things in that sense, but it's a level of healing. It's, we can travel between, this world and others, back in time, forward.
It's awesome. I was overwhelmed, and like you said, scared at first, but that overcome me, and then I was overwhelmed and excited.
Yeah, and it's the same like with a lot of intuitive stuff. People have that fear steps in, and that flight and fight mode sort of takes over. So we've managed got us on the both on the same screen, but we have a blank screen in between. So I'm not going to touch it at the moment. We'll leave it that way. So it is very much, we do go into that fear, flight and fight mode type of thing. For me, it is just about, I recommend to people, just relax, go with it. You're safe and you are supported, sort of thing. Okay. So if you do find that fear takes over, do the rope, do the, that way you can pull yourself back in if you need to.
And when you jolted, do you ever find that you've hurt your shoulder or hurt yourself because you've not jolted for a long
I think it's more not landing properly, sort of thing. It does it. Yeah. My husband reckons I lift off the bed when I do it, so I'm literally airborne when I do it, sort of thing. And it's my whole body, like I'll be laying flat in bed and my whole body just jumps like a whole shock. Yeah, it wakes him up at times. It wakes me up. So when I land and I jolt, that actually wakes me up out of like my sleep. Wow. So, like I said, I'm not a light lander. And I've been doing it for years, and I definitely wouldn't pass flying a plane if I landed that way, sort of thing. So, yeah, it's quite interesting.
So did it hurt you afterwards, like in the beginning, like did it hurt your muscles or anything like that?
I can't remember if it hurt my muscles and stuff like that, but it was enough to sort of wake me up and scare me that I'd done it. And it did take me a little while to realise that's what I was doing. Like, it was more the point I realized through doing a workshop and the mentor talking about astro travel, and I'm going, hang on, I've been doing that for a while. Is that what I'm doing? So, yeah. So it's really interesting on how that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just one more question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to know on my workshop business, how you feel that will start going,
Yeah.
and if I'm doing it the right way.
Okay. I get it's going to be a steady process. So to me, I don't feel like it's going to take off in the way that you want it to, but it's going to be a steady journey that will build up, sort of thing. But I get you're learning as you're going to, sort of thing. So that will grow as you grow.
Okay.
All right. So where do you need to do more study?
Sorry?
Where do you need to do more study?
Where?
Yeah.
I'm doing some more study with another friend of mine that's in England, actually.
Okay.
And she's like expanding my knowledge, my knowledge of my guides and everything like that, by strengthening my abilities, which is really good.
Perfect. So keep doing that, because as you're learning, you're going to use that stuff to help teach others.
Oh, awesome. That's
All
awesome.
right. Yep, you're heading in the right direction.
Awesome. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. That. Good to see you. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Thanks, hon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Excellent. Now I've got Tony back. All right. I need that button, I think. Weird things are going on here in the background. Hey, Julie. How you going, hun? I don't know if I said hi to you. We'll just do a couple more questions here in the... oh, my neck's going stiff. Cara, how are you, honey? I am really struggling and need to know he's okay. I get yes with that. I get a very strong yes with that. Okay. With your energy, honey, I actually get pain across my forehead with you. So just sort of, I don't want to say the third eye, but I do want to say right across with that. So whether you're holding on to a lot of tension there, I do get the reference to it's really important to just take a deep breath, ground yourself at the moment, and restructure things in that way. Okay. So wishing you all the very best there as well. My mum says, will everything go okay Saturday, please? Yes. What is Saturday? What haven't you filled me in on? I will find out. But I get a yes with that, Mum. Okay. Jodie says, hey, Leanne, could I have a card, please? Certainly, honey. Well, that one wants to jump out at you. Oh, the turtle. The turtle card comes up a bit lately for people. And this is very much about, let me read it to you. Endurance, persistence, and perception will keep you steady on your path. Find a slower and steadier pace. So whether you're finding it, and I'm really drawn to the hustle and the bustle lately with people. So whether you've been hustling a lot lately more than normal, I do get the reference to it is about slowing things down, taking a breath, bringing that back within, all right, and things will flow the way they need to. So all the best there, honey, for you as well. All right, let's see if I can bring the gorgeous Jen up and say hello to her. Hey, honey, how you going?
Hey. Good. How you going?
Good. All right, let me just give this a little flick and see what happens. All right, I'm going to turn... I'm using Alicia's screen. Okay. I'm going to make everybody dizzy, aren't I? No, it's not going to do it. I'm just going to put you on.
Okay.
That?
All right. Sounds good.
Beautiful. So it worked before. Alicia's screen came up and I had 3 screens, and then I could turn her camera off. Sorry, Alicia, I'm playing with your camera on my end, sort of thing. So that sounds funny, doesn't it? Tiredness has set in. How's your week been?
Good. It's been quick. It feels like it was yesterday that I jumped online and then I saw your message saying that you weren't on. So I hope everything was okay.
Yes, I had to come to the rescue.
All right.
Yeah, then we went to town, and my oldest daughter's boyfriend's car broke down on the other side of town in the dark, and it was quite a late night by the time we got it sorted, but I got him fixed.
The other week I went for a COVID test and they finished swabbing me and they said, "Oh, okay, yep, you're good to go now." And I went to turn my car over and it just didn't work. And there was a whole lineup of cars behind me.
Oh,
bad timing.
It really makes you wonder how many times that happens to people, because something like, I think, a while back when we had a massive surge sort of thing, my daughter spent something like 8 hours in line and she was there most of the night type of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, people have got air conditioners going or heating or radios or whatever. So you can, they need somebody there with a battery pack that can just jumpstart people.
Yeah. Well, apparently the security guy there said that it happens so often that they were thinking of just setting the RAA up there, but the RAA apparently couldn't spare the number of trucks.
Yeah.
But they couldn't have them taken off the road. And I was like, you don't need a truck. You just need one of those like portable battery
jump packers.
things.
Yeah.
And he was saying that he couldn't help me because if there was some kind of problem, then apparently he would be liable, like SA Health would be liable. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's so ridiculous.
So what they do, push you out the way?
They pushed me out the way. And for everyone out there, RAA is free at COVID sites, like at COVID testing sites.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I'm not an RAA member and I didn't know that. So I just called my sister because I knew all I needed was a jump and I carried jumper cables around with me. So ironically, I sat there while dozens and dozens of cars went past me and I was like, you could jump me, you could jump me.
That's it. Exactly. That's it. I had a battery pack. I reckon I paid about $120 for it. So it was sort of, because I've at the moment got a 4-wheel drive. So I've got sort of a dearer one because the battery pulls more. And you just charge it up at home in your PowerPoints type of thing. And then when you use it, you just hook it to your batteries, turn the car over and it will start. Nice. Mine actually went kaput because I think you need to charge them regularly and I hadn't used it, so it didn't hold the power for as long as it probably should type of thing. But I highly recommend anybody go out and buy one sort of thing and have in your boot. So because like with my daughter's boyfriend, he thought it was his alternator and he thought it was on its way out for a couple of weeks, but it was actually his battery.
Okay.
And I'm like, just let me hook up the jumper leads. He's like, no, I've got the road assistance. His wasn't RAA. It was something to do with his insurance coming and they're going to be an hour. I'm like, I can have you out of there in 10 minutes. He persisted and persisted. And he's like, oh, okay. Because he doesn't handle stress too well. And that's all it was. He went and bought a new battery the next morning and he was fine. But it took a few hours.
See, this is the thing. Like I went, the first time that it happened, I went and bought jumper leads and they're like $20.
Yeah, that'll do.
And I've used them, I think, twice. But each time, like it's not as if now my car struggles to start. Like it starts fine. So I'm like, well, do I need a new battery or not? Like I don't know. I need to actually I should go and get them to test my battery and see how much like
sometimes the water, distilled water in it that holds the charge or whatever it does gets low sort of thing. So unless they've developed batteries better than they did years ago. I remember having to put distilled water into mine years ago. So, but I don't think they make them like they used to. Like my, okay, Mum. I just seen Mum's comment. Oh, good, Mum. My husband's gone through 1 in 12 months when he was doing Uber sort of thing. So, and they were like $200-300 batteries. So they weren't cheap batteries.
Jesus.
So so hey, any news on the job applications?
So applied for 2 jobs. One I did not get, but it was a bit of a stretch. And when I called to get feedback, like they were like, look, the person that was successful has experience in this. And I was like, yep, there. I probably would have given them the job as well. But they said that they had about 25 applicants. I got shortlisted to the top 12. Wow. And then they interviewed, I think, 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't get an interview, but that I'm okay with that. Like I was really happy with the response. Like they said, there's nothing wrong with your CV. It just kind of depends on who else applies at the time. And I was like, yep, I get that. Like that's fine. And the other job I'm a little bit shirty about because I interviewed on a Friday and they said, because I asked specifically, they said that they were going to let me know by the Monday, which I thought was really quick. I heard nothing on the Monday, so I was like, okay, I assume that I didn't get it, but I always like feedback anyway, like just to see, you know. And so I called them on the Wednesday to just see if I could get some feedback, left a message for them to give me a call back, and I still have heard nothing. And it's a week today since leaving that message, and that is literally like the 4th or 5th message that I've left with them to call me back. Like I called them a couple of times before applications even closed because I had some questions and they didn't get back to me, and it's just left a really like sour taste in my mouth. Like I'm just like it's I find it quite disrespectful because people take time to apply for jobs. It's not easy with the applications that I'm doing. Like they're quite intense. I took time off from work in order to attend the interview, and so it's like, you know, the very least that you could do is return my call.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I agree. And, you know, my husband's gone through a couple that he hasn't heard from and had to chase up, and it takes weeks and weeks. And I'm just thinking, I agree. It's disrespectful, and it's not hard just to send back an application. Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of feedback because that way it helps you for next time when you're looking at a job, different ways of looking at things, what people are looking for.
Yeah.
So
and I know like a lot of it is luck of the draw, kind of timing and things. Like, so before I got the job that I have now, I went for another job within the same agency, but 2 levels lower than what I am now. And I didn't even get an interview, like just got an email saying thanks, but no thanks. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I got this one. I didn't think that the interview process was particularly difficult. Like, you know, sometimes you get asked questions and you're like, oh, you're really stumping me. But I didn't feel that way about this. And it's, like I said, 2 levels higher than that other one. So you just never know. You can't take it personally, and I don't take it personally.
No, that's it.
Yeah, with this other one, I was just like, even if they came to me now, I kind of feel like my response would be, well, your response has demonstrated perhaps some systemic issues that I had underestimated, and it's probably not an environment in which I would be enthusiastic to enter.
Yeah, but it's fair enough, because if they can't do that, are they going to give you the support when support's needed?
Yeah, like I kind of, like it's in Northern Australia, and I know that things are a little bit looser and, you know, chaotic and whatever else. Like I get that, I understand that. That's something that I can work with, but returning a phone call is pretty basic.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. You need to go on interviews like Ros last Friday and go severe while she was there on the location. It was a haunted building that the business was working out of. So, did you have a question, hon, you'd like to ask?
I don't know if you can answer this or not, and I don't. I'm like, do I want to ask this? Do I not want to ask this? I'm not too sure.
Do I really want to know?
Well,
the answer.
I'm still tossing up something in my head, and I'm like, do I want to know? It's
not yet is the reference I get. It's on the timing.
Let's leave it a week, and I'll see if I'm ready then to ask.
I love the way you say that, because I just say, like, you know, not yet. It's all in the timing. You go, oh, I'll ask in a week.
Yeah, I'm like, let's just sit on it. Like, it doesn't. Nothing necessarily needs to happen. Nothing in a rush or anything like that. But okay, here's a question. Do you have any direction in terms of my work and jobs, given those things have now fallen through? Any guidance with that?
All right. So I'm actually drawn to something bigger and better coming through, sort of thing. So to me, I think you're right where you need to be just for now. I do feel this is a stepping stone type of thing for where you are now. So look at what comes up within the government sector. And I'm very much drawn to around September with that side of August, September.
Okay.
So, and I do feel it will present itself to you. You don't have to go looking for it.
Okay.
Lots and lots of paperwork is the reference I get with it.
Well, it's the government sector. What do you expect, right?
I feel like I've got piles.
Right. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. I'm sure I'll ask again, and I'm sure we'll revisit, and maybe there's some more information that'll come through. But
there's a connection with Parliament with this.
Okay.
All right. So whether it's based out of Parliament House or it's connected to a Parliament member.
Okay. All right.
So, but I'm seeing lots and lots of paperwork.
Okay.
I feel like I need to roll my eyes at the piles of paperwork because I'm
like I said, it's the government sector, so paperwork is. Yep.
They got to double cover everything and triple cover.
Yeah, I just because I'm in the government now, as you know, and I just had no idea just how bureaucratic it is. Like, I can't. You know, there are some websites that I can't even go to without filling out a form. And I'm like, come on, really?
It's crazy. They're just like paperwork, more trees.
It's just like, oh, you have to get authorization. Like if you want to change something, you need to get your manager's authorization. And I was like, well, if it's wrong, why would I need to get authorization? What's my manager going to say? No.
That's it. Exactly.
Like it's so stupid. It's like, oh, this person's name is spelt wrong and we need to change it. Oh, have you got your manager's authorization? Well, no, because it's just wrong. Like,
it's correcting the mistake.
It's just, I don't, I'm like, pick your battles. Just send an email to your manager and she'll just write back, yes, it's fine.
That's it. It's covered.
Yeah, and it's the same with my staff. They're like, can I change this person's phone number? I'm like, I'm not going to say no, am I? Like,
no, hello.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to cover their ass, so to speak.
Yeah. It's like when kids are at school, they're like, oh, can I go to the toilet? And it's like, are teachers really going to say no?
I think I did. One teacher did to me a couple of times.
Oh, gosh.
They probably knew I was just trying to bludge.
I mean, if you're just trying to bludge, but how do you know?
Yeah, you don't.
You know?
That's it. So,
yeah.
Things have changed a lot since I was at school too. So.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah. All right, honey. Well, it's good to see you. I look forward to that question next week.
We'll see if it wants to come out next week. We'll see.
For sure. Love it. All right, hon. Take care.
See you. Bye.
All right. Bye. Oh, such a gorgeous song. Oh, now it works. I've got you on screen now. It's typical, isn't it? Hang on. I can't hear you, though. There we go. Let's try that.
I was just saying, remember what you did and remember to do it for next week.
I've done it all the time. I did get a thing like the other day when I came into this program to say that we're changing it, that they can get up to, I think it's 10 people on one screen now. So I don't know. All right. See you, hon. Bye. All right, let's try this button, see what happens. There we go. Gotta love technology. Always have fun with that. All right, so I know there's a few questions there that I have missed, and we are just on out of time. So what I'm going to do is I've pulled you all a card, and this is a general card for everybody that I haven't been able to read for today. Now, for some reason, I am drawn to number 3 with this card. Obviously, we are in the 3rd month, and it's very much about I get the timing of this card coming up is really good as well. So the card itself says, reconnect with Mother Earth. Grounding brings balance. Take time to restore your energy. It is very much about staying grounded and connected in that sense. So connect with Mother Earth, but also connect with the universe and open up the top of your head, your heart, your chakras, and bring that balance in to be able to allow the guided messages to come up come within and guide us as well. So many of us are going through transformation. So many people are going to struggle with the way that transformation is going, and you may need to reach out and ask for help where you are drawn to as well. But it is about finding that balance. It is about stepping out of that scarcity of what you're missing in your life and that hustle and bustle as well, and bringing that breath back within, grounding yourselves for clarity. And I've got spirit touching the top of my head at the moment. So it is very much about aligning ourselves and giving ourselves permission, excuse me, to open up to what is to come in and receive what we need. All right. So please take time for you. Take time to rest, nurture yourself, rest and recover if you are feeling burnt out at the moment. And for those that are ill, I send lots of healing to you guys as well. Also, don't forget to check out my Creating Epic Flow page if you want to focus more on bringing that balance in your life, creating that magic sort of thing. So it is a group that you need to ask to join. And if you are serious about making change, transformation in your life, and you are ready to do the work, please do jump into that free group as well, where throughout the week I share subjects, tools and tips. It helps if I can get my words out tonight. To help people as well. Roz says, can you imagine 10 people on the screen at once? Oh, thank God, Roz. It would be like on a Zoom meeting with 30 people or 50 people sort of thing. So, and Roz is sending healing hugs and love to all that is needed. Thank you, Roz. And that goes for me as well. So just a reminder, Roz and I, due to me being in quarantine at the moment until Monday, have had to postpone our trip to Renmark this weekend, which is probably a good thing in a sense, because apparently poor people or I shouldn't say poor people, you guys, beautiful souls in Renmark have got a lot of this going around up there as well. Just recently as well. So we are just postponing for probably 2 to 3 weeks. But as soon as I get my final negative test back, Roz and I will put our heads together, rebook the accommodation, and I'll get in touch with, and Roz will too, with her clients, with the rescheduled dates and times as well with that. So if you are in Renmark and would like to have a reading when we are there in 2 or 3 weeks' time, please do reach out to Roz on her Facebook page, and you can reach out on my Facebook page, and we can certainly just take your details and then get back to you with the booking link and stuff like that once we reopen our booking links. All right. And I do apologize for any inconvenience that for those that we were meant to see this weekend, because I had so many people today when I rang up and said, I'm sorry, I can't come. Was so excited that the fact that it was this weekend and it was happening. So things happen. It's not meant to be. It will happen when it's meant to. I'm not actually sick at the moment, thankfully. So I've just been a very close contact. So we've got to take precautions and do the constant 4 tests a test every second day for 4 tests, 4 negatives, and then we'll be back at it and back on the road. All right. Thanks, Kim, for that. All right, beautiful souls. Take care, nurture yourselves. Please trust in your intuition. If you need help with it, check out my beginners level 1 class online. If you want more information about that, please do reach out. Kim, you got me laughing, honey. She says, oh gosh, who gets to eat the rocky road now, Ross? Ross, has he made it yet? We didn't think about that side. I know he came back from his trip, because we were going away and to make the rocky road. So Roz might get spoiled. No, if you're in Mount Barker, Rose, you can leave it at my doorstep. No, I'm only joking. I don't need more chocolate at this stage. I'll save myself up for the road trip because his rocky road is absolutely amazing. So it's not been made yet. There we go, Roz. I like the way that's come up under my name. Roz says that he hasn't made it yet. So big thank you to Tony for his gorgeous rocky road and the beautiful cakes he makes us at times, and biscuits. We get spoiled, we really do. So he's an amazing man. All right, gorgeous souls. I will leave you with that. Now, Roz and I are, I presume, still going to be live on Friday night. We just will be from the comforts of our offices rather than off on the road. We're definitely swapping my identity constantly tonight. That's part of the monitoring in the background, I'm sure, Roz. All right, gorgeous souls. Thank you, Roz, for all the hard work you're doing in the background too. Okay, take care. Reach out to me if you would like to make a booking. I am still doing online bookings at the moment, but no face-to-face for this week. And that's to be reviewed next week. But leannewinston.com is where you can find some more information on that stuff, on that side of it as well. All right, thank you. See you all for now.